So picture this. It's January 2026. The stage lights are up. The crowd is going absolutely wild. And two figures dressed as giant French pastries start singing Elvis Presley.
Jailhouse Rock of all things.
Jailhouse Rock. It sounds like a total fever dream, but it's actually Todd and Julie Chrisley, fresh out of federal prison, making their debut on The Masked Singer.
It is such a surreal image. But, don't let the costumes fool you. This isn't just another reality TV spot. It's a really calculated strategic pivot.
Welcome to StarScope Report, where we uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Today we are doing a deep dive into the headline, Rehab, Lies, and Chrisley's Comeback.
And we're going to unpack how a family pivots from prison cells back to the primetime spotlight.
And it all starts with those croissants. That was their first trip out of town since being released in May 2025.
Exactly. The old Chrisley Knows Best brand was all about perfection, control, aesthetics. This new brand, it's all about the mess.
Yeah.
And singing Jailhouse Rock is them basically screaming that they're not running from the prison narrative.
No, they're selling it.
They're commodifying it.
And they're really leaning into that no guardrails kind of approach. I was reading a transcript from their new podcast, and Todd said something that, honestly, it just shocked me.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
He admitted that when he first saw Julie after their release with her natural brunette hair.
Right, from the commissary box dye.
He said he thought about going back to prison.
Wow. I mean, it sounds like a brutal joke, but it reveals so much about the tension between their new reality and the old standards he, still clings to.
It's like the visual imperfection was worse than the actual incarceration.
And that's the new content, right? Polished is out, shocking is in. If you're enjoying these twists, make sure you're subscribed. There's a lot more to this.
Speaking of shocking, we have to talk about the kids.
Yeah.
Because while the parents are making jokes about hair dye, the stories about the next generation are much darker.
Yeah, that's where the rehab part of the headline comes in. The season finale of the Chrisleys. Back to Reality revealed Chase Chrisley had checked into rehab.
For alcohol abuse and trauma.
Yeah, and that's the cost of that power vacuum. The parents go away, the family structure just fractured.
And you had Savannah saying Chase didn't pick up the slack, which created this huge sibling rivalry.
But notice how they're handling it now. By January, Todd is the one on the podcast giving the update.
Right. He's reporting that Chase is sober, he's working out, he's in the best shape he's ever been.
They expose the wound, and then they sell the healing. It's a complete narrative arc for the audience.
But that's the part I'm stuck on. Why work this hard? Why not just take the pardon and live a quiet life?
Because they literally can't afford to, and this is the most critical part of the whole story.
Right.
We all know President Trump issued a full pardon in May 2025. It cut their sentences short.
So it got them out of the cell.
It got them out of the cell, but it did not clear the ledger. A pardon wipes out the criminal sentence. It does not wipe out court-ordered restitution.
So the money they owe for the bank fraud and tax evasion, that's all still there.
Every single penny. Current estimates put Todd Chrisley's net worth at negative $18 million.
Negative 18 million. Okay, that explains everything.
It explains the hustle. It explains why Julie, who has about $1.5 million of her own, is launching a cooking show. It explains Todd's project in the UK.
It explains the croissant costumes.
It explains the croissant costumes. They need cash, and they need it now. For more deep dives into these kinds of celebrity financial spirals, hit that subscribe button.
It just completely changes how you see this comeback. It's not just about being famous again.
It's survival.
They're taking the very things that destroyed them. The fraud, the prison time, the family trauma.
And packaging it all as a product to pay back the government. It's the ultimate modern paradox. They're monetizing their own downfall.
And their bet is that the audience is more interested in the struggle than they ever were in the success.
And if you look at the ratings, that bet seems to be paying off.
You've been listening to StarScope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture.
It leaves you with a final thought, though. If the only way to pay for your freedom is to sell every piece of your private life, are you ever really free?
Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.